We're going to call this video, Don't Wait to Take Your RMDs. With an asterisk, of course, that every situation is different and you must plan your distributions on these assets instead of being forced into required minimum distributions. We like to call RMDs, or required minimum distributions, in today's day and age, ticking tax time bombs. 401ks, IRAs, and essentially all tax-deferred retirement accounts are set up this way. You pay no tax on the contributions to the tax-deferred plan, but when you pull the money out, if taxes go way up in the future, you've made a grave error. We've learned that in the last few videos, that rising tax rates are coming in 2026. In the body of this video email, there's a link to the IRS website detailing the specifics on the sunset provisions, so you can read it for yourself. And again, we believe taxes are going a lot higher still in the future. Take a look at these three charts. The first chart shows income taxes now on the left, income taxes in the 60s, and then the proposed future income tax rates as suggested by the Congressional Budget Office, potentially. The next chart illustrates historical U.S. income tax rates since 1913. As you can see from a historical perspective, income tax rates today are extremely low and have the historical precedence of going higher. And finally, tax rates around the world. Look where we sit, towards the bottom, some of the lowest in the world. So we have a lot of room to go up. So as you just saw, income tax rates for the last 100 years were considerably higher than they are today. And when you compare the U.S. to the rest of the world, our rates are very low. If income tax rates go up and you don't plan your RMDs, you could lose a gigantic portion of that savings to Uncle Sam. And the CARES Act, as a result of the coronavirus, has created some changes to the retirement code. And really, one of those changes is the age in which you're forced to take required minimum distributions, or RMDs, from your tax-deferred accounts. Now, this is very important. I heard people like cheering about this, changing it from, again, 70.5 to 72.5. But why did they do this? Did they do this for your benefit? Well, let's examine it. Again, I'm saying it's blue in the face. The sunset provision is already in place and details that tax rates will go back up to the income tax brackets of 2017 and 2026. That means you'll pay more in tax in the future. So you want to put off taxation from a taxable account? If you've read my book, you might also agree with me that income tax rates will go higher still after 2026. And I'm not sure it's a good idea to wait until 70.5 to take your RMDs, let alone 72.5. RMDs are forced distributions that are calculated based on your age and life expectancy. At 72.5, you'll be forced to take out almost 4% of your balance, and the percentage will increase each year as you get older. Now, I've included in the body of this email an RMD calculator link. So if you'd like to see what your distribution schedule might look like, you have that on your birth date and your assets and what you think it might grow at, and it'll spit out a nice little chart of information. As far as RMDs, it doesn't matter whether you need or want the money. The IRS mandates you take it out and pay the state and federal tax at 70.5. Again, if you miss taking an RMD by mistake, there's a 50% penalty. 50% of what you were supposed to take is a penalty now. And in 2026, you're going to pay even more. If this is not something you have created a plan for, I strongly suggest you do it now. Hope this is helpful. Thanks for watching.